Kevin with that spray down!
Oh!
Will be the peak of Crossfire Philippines Valley.
Eto na naman tayo na magbabalik dito sa regional finals natin kung saan ang una natang mapa hindi ay napunta no other than EVOS for Black Widow with a really dominating feat, pero not gonna lie, malapit pa rin ang kanilang scoreline here with Vanguard, and this time around it's gonna be sub-base.
Absolutely, no? And sub-base, I think this is an indication that EVOS are willing to dance with Vanguard sa sereng ito, no? Kasi typically, even in the group stage matches, kahit sinasabi nila na ano lang, group stage match to, not really big bearing, they still care a lot about this map. They still see this as a threat. Even against the like of MATTJESS, binaban nila to, no? So, leaving it open up against Vanguard that is kind of proficient dito sa sub-base map, no? Means that EVOS are trying their hand at this map and siguro limit testing na rin kung anong kaya nilang gawin dito.
Yes, exactly. And as much as possible din, parang yun nga, no, sobrang bigat nila in terms of duels. Parang literal na for fun na lang din na siguro siya. Pero hindi pa rin binibitawan ni EVOS yung fact na gusto nila ipakita pa rin that they're the ones on top. So really curious what's gonna be the outcome here for sub-base, especially that if Vanguard can do it super close dito sa ating mapa ng Black Widow, then I think they can safely do that here in the map of sub-base as well. And with that being mentioned, we're also seeing some of their players na nangiti, natutuwa, nag-e-enjoy, and I'm pretty sure na nag-e-enjoy din ang casters natin dito. Kaya naman, Bipolar and Sneaky Frag, kayo na to.
Ay, tamang-tama ka nga dyan, Mochi, no? To a point na nag-enjoy ako, pero naging cautious na rin ako kasi ni-ready ko na yung hard hat helmet ko, Mochi, para at least we are ready for anything that happens here. Pero ready din naman ang EVOS and as well as Vanguard for anything that comes against them sa mapang sub-base. Sneaky Frag, anong thoughts natin dyan?
I mean, yun nga, no, both teams really good. Pagdating naman sa mapa ng sub-base, I feel like Vanguard has the slight lead siguro pagdating sa experience and overall just games on the map itself. I feel like this is also a good, ayun nga, no, litmus test. Magamit ko na since you know Bipolar.
Yeah, I know.
Ayun nga, magandang litmus test na rin to para dito sa EVOS, pare. And ayun nga, testing nila, okay, how good is our sub-base? Is it good enough to beat itong Stallions? Is it good enough to beat yung mga, ibang teams na nasa loob dito ng ating playoffs? So, ayun nga, it would be a good testing ground. At the same time, they have to be careful, pare, not to show too much.
Yeah, you shouldn't show too much, especially kapag litmus test nga to, kasi para sa mga hindi maalam dyan, ito po ay decisively indicative test. So, if hindi nyo alam yung ibig sabihin ng sinabi ko, well, kayo naman ang hindi alam. Ako naman may alam dito. So, but nonetheless, sub-base is the map here. Comfortable map for VG nonetheless. EVOS has played here, especially against Stallions and as well as the top teams, even in other regions. So, may angat dito yung for both teams. Mas komportable sila, they do know how to play it. Nakikita natin actually EVOS when playing this map, they go for a 2-2-1 setup kung saan dalawa on missile or on luwag, tapos 2 here on mid para makuha nila yung woods position and that passage as well. Tapos pinapadala nila mostly si Kelvin on MR and as well as on locker, which actually I like that strategy just because you have all points of contact defended by people kapag nasa GR side ng EVOS. Kapag BL side naman, they necessarily just want to activate etc. here in mid bago sila pumasok in whichever way they want to go. For VG naman, Tetsu is also gonna be planting himself in a position kung saan he will be looking towards the enemies bago pa sila makapasok ng woods. That is our dark room and shutter position. Bilib na bilib si Sneak sa akin, guys, kasi alam ko na yung magandang bagay from the get-go. But for VG, they do have Kid from Hell, which is actually a different playing ground. So this can be an advantage for them just because sobrang magalaw nga si Kid from Hell. We might not know kung nasan nga si Kid from Hell in this kind of fights.
Yeah, for sure. No, I feel like he's gonna be one of the more important players papasok nga dito ng sub-base because he's gonna be the guy that's gonna open things up para dito sa Vanguard na. And obviously, when it comes to the map of sub-base, this is one of the hardest maps as an attacker, as an entry role. Kasi yun nga, the immediate contact, yun nga, you're either in a sightline ng sniper or yun nga, the HK nakatutok na nga right around the corner, no? So there's gonna be a lot of dying para sa mga entry fraggers natin. At the same time, if they do get opportunities to get timings within the site, pare, they can definitely have some very, very big impact. I can also see kung bakit kinuha to ng EVOS actually itong sub-base map natin. I feel like yung mga international teams natin, especially the ones at the top 2 or top 3, namely itong Baisha EPAG. I mean, they all have a really, really good sub-base with the exception of AG siguro, who always loves to ban it. So, yun nga, no, would be nice to have that up your sleeve, especially kung kayo yung EVOS na, ayun nga, no, for the longest time, PH teams have kind of had a struggle pagdating sa map pool, pare.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. The unpredictability din kasi ng VG might enable them to get that exercise and practice for sub-base. But nonetheless, lalaban na po tayo kung saan. It's gonna be Woos with a wowing shot already onto KSA. BL side dito ang ating EVOS, and they're already infiltrating so many areas ng ating VG. Malilikuran dito si Kellar, but he's still able to get the kill. Merong push mula sa vents, merong push din mula dito sa passage. So we need to take everything here. Pero look at this, CR is already there.
Oh my god, the lurk! Okay, they looked at each other and looked away and looked at each other again, pare. Grabe naman yung feat na yun, but Yobib in the R, yun lang, pretending to be a global risk player, pare, pero mali pala, hindi mo pala yan kakampi. Kid from Hell, last one left alive and also pretending to be a PL player dito. Right behind him, Zetra's gonna go down, gonna pick up the M4. Lot more of a classic weapon para dito kay Kid from Hell. And Kellar is gonna opt in for the Vents play instead. Pwede niyang i-cover yung CR para sa kanyang teammate na si Yobib. At the same time, has to be careful since 1 HP na lang siya dito. Isang ligaw na bala, patay na to.
Yeah, but this is actually gonna be a good rotation for Kid from Hell, no? And amazing, Yobib able to get through the defense, disguising himself like a spy. Tapos si Kid from Hell also just coming out of nowhere. Ngayon sila ang maglalabanan here on Luwag. The smoke becoming a problem, pero Kid from Hell jumping, sees the foot cracking. Yobib with the kill, and first round goes towards EVOS. And these rotations, man, these aggressive approaches from the get-go, napapabor sa EVOS.
Yeah, and I think the entire reason kung bakit sobrang nag-distract dito si Kellar at si KSA actually from that MR and Woods position in order to put attention away galing dito sa passage, no, in order for Yobib to slip on by. Pero speaking of timing, Zetra with a double kill on the A side. What a 6-second quick scope. Pero naandito na rin si KSA. The entry from the backline, STRL, Kid from Hell will get 2 of each kills. Kellar though here for the cleanup. Piso na lang dito si Dracifer, pare. Not much health to work with. Kellar will get Dracifer. Kid from Hell will get Elvin in return though. Pero tignan mo naman nasan si Yobib, pare. He's all the way in passage. Kid from Hell already retaking a site that is not gonna be there.
Man, this is the matchup of the century. Kid from Hell versus no. They dodge the bullets. Kid from Hell tumatalon. Kid from Hell trying to go for the push. Kid from Hell, no. Yobib with the kill, possibly. And yes, he can. A blacklist round win once again. And you can see, man, kahit EVOS gulat na gulat sa exchange na yun.
Grabe, kita mo yung EVOS na yun galing kay Yobib, pare. I mean, that's one way to dodge a bullet dito sa laruan natin, considering, yun nga, no, the models do follow what you're aiming at, pare. And that is including itong ulo natin. Pero STRL gonna be on the side of MR. Yobib will get STRL in return. I think STRL could have wished that he gotten more with that HK, pare.
Yeah, I think naisip niya ata doon na, nakalagpas ako, but nonetheless, sipat ni KSA with just a mere second of that time frame. At ngayon, 1-for-1 exchange tayo dito. EVOS very much hurt. Woo's still here in shutters. Dracifer needs to go back a little bit, pero this is just crazy coming in from Kellar. He was able to get the shots in. Kid from Hell very much low. Oh, that shot did not connect. Mula kay Woo's now. Kellar activates. Goes towards CR. Flicks towards the left. Connects on to 2. That's also falls down. Naligawan ng bala mo ka ngayon. EVOS is on top despite having so low in HP.
Grabe, kumapit yung M4 ni Kellar doon kay Tetsu. Headshot while running is crazy, and that's why the M4A1 balance is on the A tier, brother. It can do damage just like that. And ayun lang, VG now stuck in retake mode. Dracifer gustong lumabas dito ng vents, but is not gonna be able to do so. Yup, someone is on his angle. Kellar will be spotting itong CR natin. Who's last one left alive? USP in his hand. Will get itong si Kellar, but will get flanked. 3-0 para dito sa EVOS.
Wow, EVOS. in this BL side. And amidst all of the chaos, the different approaches every time, nakakuha pa din sila ng big retake as a whole team. At ngayon, shots will not be connecting from people outside here. Dracifer nasa taas, Spider-Man senses connects onto Cetra. Headshot agad. Now one of the problems for VG has been concluded, and that is a player up. Kasabi ni Kellar, tatanggalin ko muna yung kanina pang natitira. Kid from Hell out of this round. Dracifer falls down from the sky. SDRL picked out. How? Paano niya nakita yon? Pero si Yobe will also to be taken out. 3v3 tayo ngayon dito, Sneaky, kung saan the C4 is stuck here in MR at EVOS ngayon ay ipit na ng VG. Some shots.
KSA though.
Connecting.
KSA though.
Yeah, KSA though.
Ayun lang. Oh, wait. Hold on. Tetsu. Ayun lang. He's gonna get shot in the back of the head. C4 is miles away, by the way, pare.
Yeah. Wala
Oh,
silang
wait.
pake.
Hold on. Oh, yuy. Scary. Scary, Polar. Scary.
Etong CR position na to man, feeling ko kailangan ilagay dyan ng VG, 3 tao. Kasi,
And the fact na,
Diba?
alam ko pa yung sense ni KSA, pare, 1606, he can flick to the right no, in an instant, pare. That is not the way to go. Speaking of flicking, KSA will flick to the head dito ni Dracifer, pare. Tetsu will get KSA in return. Pero Yobib, not expected. Zetra with the cover. Tignan mo si Yobib, pre, dire-diretso siya. Alam niyang tatama dun si Zetra.
man, WM1 yung ginagawa dito ng EVOS, and Yobib finally falls down. Kid from Hell alone versus 3 sugatan. Umiiyak just like a baby. But what can you do kapag 3 tigre ang lumalapit sa'yo? Kid from Hell eating a lot of everything. Kellar goes for the knife play. Kaso nga lang, it will be unsuccessful. Elvin shuts him down. EVOS claims the 5th round in this is just depressing for VG, man.
Alam mo pare, sometimes, you know, lower table teams really does have to take it, man. And this is one of those times, unfortunately. Oh my God! Ano yun? Cetra hitting the nicest shot through the smoke. Pre-fire pare dito kay STRL. Kid from Hell gets one in return, but that shot wasn't as impressive as what we saw nung kanina.
Man, and ngayon si Elvin also claiming 1 life.
Oh, the Alcad.
Alam mo, Cetra, gawin mo yan kapag A-tier team na din, siguro, para hindi ka sinasabihan na cheater. But right now, it's VG with the trade-offs onto 2. Cetra and Elvin taken out. Yobib with the kill onto Dracifer. He has the C4, decides to plant it. Never mind, he takes it away. Tetsu falls down. Wu's being spotted, pero never mind, mamamatay si KSA. What a blunder coming in from EVOS. That is now a 2v1 kung saan si Wu's waiting for his prey but doesn't connect. Yobib is like a deer running in the fields, going towards the aggressive play nonetheless. But VG able to get the kill, and actually that was also impressive for Woos. Hindi siya nag-retake agad. Inisip niya na magpupush agad si Yobib.
And yeah, C4 is taking a bit too long para i-plant, no? I feel like Woos, he's a bit too smart for that, pare, obviously. And second time that he has won a 1v1, pare, with the superior positioning. Pero Dracifer is gonna try to punish Zetra early. And ayun na nga sinasabi ko, Zetra getting kind of stuck with that Vents jump, pare, pero hindi nila in-expect si KSA na naandito sa A-site. STRL obviously trying to react to that prior information, pero siya pa kaya napatay dun.
I mean, big flashes, big utilities, stopping up KSA, pero he is the king of Luwag and connects already onto Kid from Hell. And he goes in from the top ropes. This guy is insane. Double kill para sa kanya, pero si Dracifer nakapatay na nga. It's a 2v3 kung saan si Kellar makes it a 1v3. 2 for 2 na ang trade-off natin dito, which leads us with Dracifer alone against Yobib and Elvin. Finally, they get the plant off. Pero shot reposition mula kay Elvin will be punished.
Whoa,
a 1 versus 1 kung saan si Yobib isang pitik na lang, isang bala, isang buga, has the TRG though. He has been shifting from the guns rifle towards the sniper, and he can possibly hit the shot right here, right now, while Dracifer is looking for him, scouting, and Yobib knows dito din babalik si Dracifer. Oh my goodness! And that is just good positioning coming in from EVOS.
And yeah, no, Dracifer was a bit desperate in that 1v1. Zero information dito kay Yobib in that entire time. He was just sitting dito sa may hagdan natin sa LR and was just waiting around for the inevitable Tetsu. Is that what I think it is, pare? Is that a chainsaw in lockers? Kid from Hell has a whole nother problem here. Pero si Kellar, mahuhulog agad. EVOS trying to attack that mid position. Pero Kid from Hell nangungulit na nga dito. And ito yung sinasabi natin, Kid from Hell, he can be a bit of a nuisance dito sa second mid pare. But he's been punished time and time again. Pero now, not really.
Yeah, ngayon may light of day for Kid from Hell. Finally seeing some kills into his name. Pero Tetsu with his chainsaw might be a determining factor for them to hold on. Lockers push is instead able to get one. How are you unprotected and also able to get some kills in as the RL push from Woods gets that kill onto Outer and a flawless round from VG out of nowhere.
I just know na pag lumipat tayo sa camera ni Tetsu pare, he is gonna have the cheekiest smirk ever. Just because of that one. Pero napagana nila yung chainsaw. Let's see if mapapagana nila ang ating next round. Vanguard has a good defensive round, but can they keep it going? Tracifer in that passage position. C4 drop. Tetsu still with the chainsaw. Yobi hulog dito sa 2F. KLR na lang natitira and he's a known entity in that second mid position. VG, keep it a close affair on sub base 5 and 4.
I mean, these adjustments mula sa Vanguard has been so fine and it gives them the rounds. Nakita ko pa nga si KSA actually whipped out the Chris, yung ating SMG for he was close by kaso nga lang dito tama yung mga shots niya as well, etc. Here on our second half, goes for the second. Akala ko pinatay niya kakampi niya. Si Kid from Hell pala yung pinatay niya doon. It's gonna be SDRL with a push here onto the right side. Yobin falls down. At ngayon, multi-prong approach mula dito sa VG are able to get some action dito sa lockers. Pero Cetra with his reposition and kill sock boost. Tracifer also mawawala na dito. SDRL is all alone in the second floor. At yung second kill, mapapatay na dito ng EVOS Art.
And there we go, another round on the board para dito sa EVOS, no? It's just very telling sa kanilang consistency, pare. On their defense, especially. Zetra will not hit that first shot, but of course, he's gonna try to go for the second, pero never mind. Si KSA na pala. Nope, you don't need to peek again, pare. I will get this headshot para sa'yo, and we are gonna leave LR to the responsibility dito ni Yobip, but KSA, he just wants to push the defense forward, pare.
This is why I like KSA. He is unfeared, he is not scared, and he is hitting the shots every time.
That's
so
3.
crispy, so good.
That's 3 para sa kanya, pare, but I mean, he could get 2 more, pero Keller is like, no ace for you, brother. Woo's last one left alive dito sa MR, and he's gonna get shot in the head. 7-4, that wasn't even anything galing sa Vanguard, pare.
Yeah, I mean, 13 kills and 10 onto KSA. Kay Dracifer, 13 and 8. These people are hitting the shots, they're getting the kills, so this is not like a Z team versus an A team. This is actually, yeah, you're right, Sneaky. Sobrang,
the funny part is, Dracifer is the only Cebuano dito sa Vanguard, pare. Oh.
What?
I mean, he's half and half. Pero yun lang, SDR is gonna go down. Yun lang, the spray in the back. Keller will get itong si Woo's. VG just peeking angles one by one, and I've seen this kind of VG before, Bipolar, and I feel like they might be raising the white flag at this point. 8-4, EVOS 2 points away from taking this 2-0.
I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised, no, kapag nilabas na dito ng VG, mga secret strats nila na kakaiba talaga. They go for a double TRG setup, push mula sa MR. Elvin, able to connect onto Dracifer. KSA, ito na nga yung Chris na inabangan ko kanina pa. Pushing, gets the double, and
Not the double
never
stack.
mind. It's Woos to finally fall down. Masyado akong magbilis, mag-predict ngayon. Si Kid from Hell, no, it's SDRL will be killed. And Kid from Hell from the outer side gets killed by Yobib. A 4-9 scoreline. Ang bilis ng rounds natin, Sneaky.
Alam ko na yung call doon ni Tetsu dito kay Woo. Sabi na, Pret, stack tayong dalawa dito, man. Hindi tayo mapapatay. Hindi tayo mapapatay dalawa at pareho silang namatay. What do? I mean, it is what it is. But damn, ayun nga, EVOS, they're just swinging for the hills at this point. Pret, tinatry na nila lahat ng angles dito. And it just so happens na naandun yung mga Vanguard players. Dracifer, yun lang, back hopping, going into yung DR. Elvin with the sniper this time. Yobi gonna try to jump across. Will throw a flash to at least delay Kid from Hell temporarily. Elvin did spot the cross, pero dami pa naman buhay para dito sa EVOS. Zetra and Kel are still well alive. Pero Elvin, Tetsu, of course, it's Tetsu who tried to go for the knife.
Yeah, he wants to go for the flash of plays. Ngayon si KLR punishes everything that they wanted to do. Kid from Hell will be picked off. Mag-isa na lang si SDRL dito. Coming in from outer, and Cetra gets the shot. A no-scope. At isa na lang ang kakantahin dito ng EVOS. Salamat! VG for giving us another 2-0 into our name, only letting them have a 1 loss for the entirety of regional finals group stage. 4-10, EVOS Arc roars.
Yun nga, 6-1 record to end dito sa ating group stage. EVOS, our second international representative from our last international tournament, pare. Obviously, the team who's also gunning for that top spot. Hindi lang dito sa di lang dito sa CFS Chengdu, pare, kundi dito sa Grand Finals. The title of the best team in the Philippines is on the line dito, pare. And I know damn well they want that crown. Kasi ayun nga, for the longest time, ayun nga, I'll be honest with the CF community, pare, the amount of vitriol na nare-receive dito ng EVOS despite their win, it's gonna be sweet for them if ever they do take it, pare.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end, I also want to highlight here yung litmus test dito ng EVOS. They did provide some interesting plays na ginawa nila dito. Some pushes, yung mabilisan talaga. There was just one time na sobrang bagal ng EVOS, and it was at the first round. Tapos after that, full guns a-blazing, dire-diretso na lang. You can see KSA, sinabi mo nga na dire-diretso na lang sila. But nonetheless, let's try to go towards the panel. It's time for us to say goodbye. Sneaky Frog and Bipolar on the casters. Mochi and Daedom on the panel desk.
Maraming salamat, Bipolar and Sneaky Frog. At nakita naman natin, no, kung gaano katindi yung naging push and pull natin dito sa ating mapa ng sub-base. Wherein you wouldn't really necessarily know when you will be hit, how forceful, gaano kalakas, gaano kahina, gaano kabagal, gaano kabilis yung mga hit na ibabato dito ng EVOS, no? But still, valiant effort and nice try dito for Vanguard.
Absolutely, no? And I can safely say, Mochi, no, na EVOS, even though a lot of people would consider this match a formality, I would say sineryoso pa rin talaga ng EVOS to, no? Because they did show us a couple of new strategies dito sa EVOS. KSA running with the SMG. First time we've seen that. Makes you wonder kung is that part of the new strategies na niluluto dito ng EVOS in this sub-base map, or is that something na tinatago pa nila sa playoffs? I don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
Hindi natin masabi kung talagang yun nga talaga sabi mo, is it something new or is it just out of want lang nilang gawin, no? So it is really definitely interesting to point out that one, and not to mention na rin siguro kung gaano din sila ka feel at home, kumbaga, dito sa mga laruan nila dito, because they've been able to see this map lots of times already, other than the fact na they were making the most out of this map na rin, taking inspiration para i-defeat siguro yung possibly na makakaharap nila pagdating ng ating finals, no? Pero ito, ang ating set summary kung saan talaga namang pinatamas at pinakita lahat sila dito online for EVOS Arc.
Absolutely. Particularly dun sa second half, no, hindi na pinascore ang Vanguard ng EVOS Arcilia with a 10-4 scoreline. And let's take a look at the numbers ng mga players natin dito. Everyone actually online. KLR naman ngayon ang may 1.0 kill per round. That it is KSA with the highest kills out of the entire lobby with 15 kills to his name. Pero lahat naman dito nag-perform for EVOS Arcilia. Parang siguro pahapyaw nila to sa mga playoffs teams na paghandaan nyo rin ang sub-base namin kasi kami nagpa-practice na dito.
Yeah, exactly, no? Though, dito naman kay Vanguard talagang nakita natin dito, parang ang talagang nagiging dito, anchor na nakagiging consistency si Dracifer, no? Pero, going back, EVOS Arcilia, sino pa nga ba? Ang ating set MVP dito is no other than the team captain himself, KLR with a 1.75 KD and as well as a kill per round na automatic. Meron at merong makukuha.
Yup. 14 kills for 14 rounds para dito kay KLR. The brainy man of the squad, no? Makes you wonder ano yung mga shot call niya dito sa sub-base and how much he really plays part in the playmaking book dito ng EVOS Arcilia. But in this case, he's got the highest KD and of course, he is the set MVP, KLR. Can't wait to see ano nga papakitang bago ni KLR sa atin sa playoffs, no? Can't wait to see kung may to ask KLR kung siya may interviewan natin kung may sinubukan pa silang bago dito sa sub-base map up against Vanguard. But either way, meron man o wala, Mochi, they are victorious and a very decisive victory at that.
Yes, exactly, no? Talagang kitang-kita din naman na hindi na rin pinatagal, no?
Oh, yes.
Parang ito na naman tayo, no, kay EVOS, no? As much as gusto nilang tapusin agad, tatapusin talaga nila agad with the 10-6 on Black Widow as well as 10-4 here in sub-base. Well, nice try dito kay Vanguard kasi nakita din naman natin na I believe in comparison to what they had in Stallions, no? I feel like there's a bit more closer ng bahagya, which just means there is definitely progress dito on their end somehow, some way. You cannot disaccount progress. So, congratulations for EVOS, no? Malinis na malinis ang kanilang standings with only yung pinakaunang match lang talaga yung kanilang dungis dito. And mukhang, syempre, more than determined pa sila na yung pakita noon pagdating dito sa playoffs natin. They won't be affording any more mistakes.
Actually, Mochi, no, on that note, in the Vanguard matchup dito ng STS, same maps, pero mas matagal yung game natin. 10-7 in Black Widow, 10-7 in Subbase. And I think that is planned by EVOS Arcilia dito. They are saying na with Vanguard as a benchmark, we performed better, and that makes me excited.
Wow,
Mochi.
yeah,
That makes me excited for the playoffs.
Ang spicy nun, ah. Spicy lang point na yan. Also spicier is our match MVP, Yobe, with a 1.76 average KD. And automatic, meron din isang mapipitas sa isang round, no? Imposibleng wala siyang hindi makukuha dito. And ito, ang kanyang highlights all the way back here from Black Widow, opting for that aggressive mode control and a presence dito, and even any sort of rotations being denied and pushes from Vanguard. This is your man.
Yep, Yobib, of course, still performing. I think any doubts in anyone's minds na Yobib is not the same as last year, pwede nyo nang borehin nyo. In fact, in my opinion, nag-upgrade pa nga dito si Yobib, stepping up to the plate, and syempre nakikipagsabayan, and nauunahan pa niya nga dito paminsan-minsan yung mga teammates niya in EVOS Arcilia. And in this case, siya naman ang maging MVP natin for their match against Vanguard Gaming. So, there you have it. Yobib still performing at absolute top level.
Yes, and with that, basic congratulations for Yobib. Di ko alam kung pang ilang match MVP niya na to alongside with Shetra and even KSA, you know, parang di na natin talaga mabilang all throughout the whole duration here from group stage because laging pinagsasalit-salitan lang, no? So diyang mas madalasan talaga si Shetra when it comes to healing or being the match MVP on this one. And with that being said, naku po, parang meron tayong very spicy na interview to top it all up dito sa ating uling match ng group stage, and is no other than the one and only KSA. Ayun, kamusta naman KSA?
Okay naman po. Yun, sakto lang. Chill lang.
Chill lang, okay.
Alright. Ito, KSA, medyo yung tanong ko. First off, congratulations pala muna sa laban nyo up against Vanguard. Ito, may tanong ako KSA. Itong dalawang mapa na nilaro nyo against Vanguard, kapareho sa nilaro nila kalaban sa Stallions. Ito mas mabilis nyong natapos yung series up against Vanguard. Anong masasabi mo doon?
Kung titignan mo doon, alam na agad kung sino mas malakas.
Ayun na nga, no? Tinanong mo dito, ayan, binigyan ka ng direktang sagot, di ba?
Alright.
Ayan, any messages, KSA? I believe nagbigay na rin siguro ng seryosong mensahe kanina si Elvin. How about something na from you specifically?
Para kanino ba? Sa fans? Sa fans muna.
Kahit kanino.
Sige, go!
Shoutout sa mga fans namin dyan. Indo. Sa mga boss ng EVOS fam. Tsaka sa mga laging sinasabi ni Coach, Ilocano, Bicolano, tsaka Ilonggo. Shoutout po sa inyo, tsaka sa mga pamilya namin. Tapos, may gusto pala akong sabihin. Pinapasabi to ni Elvin, Pinapasabi ni Elvin.
Uy, si Elvin.
Sabi ni. Message siya lang sa nagsasabi, nagbabash sa kanya. Na daw siya, lagi daw siyang pugo sa mga laro namin. Paano pinugo siya? Nung last finals nga namin, dinurog niya yung number 1 player daw dito sa Pilipinas. Last finals.
Okay.
Paano lagi siya pabuhat sa team namin, di ba?
Alright. Thank you so much, KSA. Congratulations again.
Congrats!
Good luck sa playoffs.
Thank you.
Kaya pahinga ng maigi. Ayan, no? Grabe naman tong ating mga from EVOS Arcilia. Grabe man. Every time na ini-interview natin sa kanila, walang tapon. Laging absolute na it's either matutuwa ka, magugulat ka, pero automatically for a brief second, you'll be left speechless. And
Ayun na
every single thing that they say, they always deliver, which is very, very really good thing about them, to be honest. Love them or hate them, they definitely add spice dito sa ating mga liga.
Never a dull moment with EVOS Arcilia,
Yes.
no? Everyone, kahit sino interviewin mo, no? Talagang parang may script na sila na sinusunod na reply, pero lahat lang talaga yan yung personality dito, Mochi, and you love it. Yeah, they're living up to their words dito, Mochi. And with that, Moch, I think we conclude the group stage of CFSPH Regional Finals. What a ride it has been.
Grabe.
And it's such a I can't wait. I can't wait for playoffs.
Yes, indeed. At kaya naman din, no, we are also gonna say na hindi lang ang ating mga papasok sa playoffs ang mga panalo dito.
Yes.
Dahil kayo rin, oo, ikaw mismo, ay maaring makakuha ng up to 4 permanent guns through the Stove PC Client Showcase event. And all you have to do is to exchange yung points sa ating point shop. Paano nila pwedeng gawin yon, Dido?
Madali lang yan, guys. Punta lang kayo sa website natin, cfph.onstove.com/stove-client-official. Makita nyo dyan yung rewards points nyo at kung ano yung pwede nyo nang i-exchange. No? All you have to do to earn points is to log into Crossfire every day and gawin yung mga daily requirements para makakuha ng kapanapanabik na rewards dito. Some of the guns that you can get is of course the Chaytak Dominator Novel Gold A1, and you can also see the Gatling gun na pwede nyo makuha. No? There's tons of prizes to choose from.
Yun.
At syempre, yung iba dyan permanent, yung iba temporary, but all free of charge courtesy of OnStove Client Launcher.
Yeah, so of course. So ayan naman guys, kung hindi pa kayo mag-migrate na kayo because if not, sayang naman no, until 7 na lang ito. Anong araw na? It is 5. You got like less than 2 days na lang remaining para ma-avail nyo ito. So kung ako sa inyo, mag-grind na kayo kasi sayang naman yung mga weapons na maaaring ibigay ng Stove and as well as ng Smilegate sa inyo.
Absolutely, no? And with that, Mochi, to rack your brain about sa standings natin dito. If I'm not mistaken, ang magiging bracket natin inside of the playoffs is going to be top 1 versus top 4 and top 2 versus top 3. That makes it the matchup between Stallions and MATTJESS at EVOS Arcilia up against Execration. Parang napaka-noble naman na ang magiging semifinalists natin are mga Tagalog versus Tagalog. And then, it is the Bisaya versus the Bisaya. But, what do you think that means para sa ating playoffs?
I feel like talagang ano na lang to, no? Survival of the fittest is a test kung sino talaga ang mga mas angat sa kanila or kung sino ang talagang mahihirapan na makapuntos dito sa ating playoffs. And especially, i-given na rin na best of 5
Yes.
kada isang match natin, which just means all-out pressure, all-out battle, all-out kung sino ang mas matagal na makakapag-conserve ng energy at sinong mas makakapag-all-out despite the long duration of our matches. Pero ito na nga ang ating final standings for our group stage. Stallions, EVOS, Execration at MATTJESS ang papasok sa playoffs.
Absolutely. There you have it. The group stage is done. And it is, of course, the playoffs time dito, Mochi. Yeah, the 4 teams to make it official. They're making it into the playoffs. Team Stallions, MATTJESS, EVOS Arcilia, and Execration. Man, it is going to be intense.
Ito ang laban kung saan nakikita kung sino ang mas angat. And definitely, no, itong mga teams natin, this is gonna be their ride or die. Pretty excited what is about to come to us right after this whole long weeks of group stage kung saan talagang pinakita nila what they're made of and maybe even get a few lessons from here and there.
And let's take a look. Ito na, Mochi. To make it official, sino nga ba ang magtatapat-tapat sa ating semi-final matches. And there you have it. It is Team Stallions going up against MATTJESS. And then it's EVOS Arcilia up against Execration. Naku po, Mochi, alam mo,
Oh my.
nakikita ko na ang future. Mainit.
Oh
Mainit ang laban.
my.
I can see the
Mainit
future.
talaga. Hindi ko ma-imagine. Imagine kung lanto. No? Imagine lang naman. Pero guys, ito ang inyong aabangan pagdating sa ating playoffs dito sa regional finals natin na manggaganap at mangyayari sa 10th of October and as well as 11. Kaya naman, be sure to mark your calendars kasi ito na talaga ang tunay na jombagan sa pakan. Lahat-lahat na. Ito na yon guys, as in.
Yeah. Sino nga ba ang susunod na maglalaban? Sinong mauuna sa dalawang ito? Let's take a look at that right now. Mauuna ang Stallions versus MATTJESS, and then we've got the EVOS Execration matchup. Pero guys, isang araw lang yan ha. Yung dalawang semi-final matches natin will commence on October 11th starting 4 p.m. Best of 5 matches po ito, and there will be no lower bracket. So it's a one and done deal, Mochi.
Yeah, ito rin yung pressure dito, no? Other than the pressure of making the most out of the best of 5 series, dyan na rin papatak yung pressure na laglagan kung laglagan. If you can't fight up against your opponents dito sa ating bracket na pinapakita ngayon, man, it's already a done deal. Pero ito na ang katapusan ng ating group stage for the regional finals. Abangan ninyo kung anong mangyayari sa playoffs. Kani-kanina nakasama ninyo si Sneaky Frog and as well as si Bipolar on the caster desk. Ngayon at kami naman ni Daydom at ako nga pala si Mochi dito sa aming panel desk. Samahan nyo kaming saksihan kung sino nga bang magre-representa ng Pilipinas sa Chengdu, China. Goodbye and good night.